Every year, we see new rappers rise to fame, but there's a lot of good and bad things that happen in the rap industry. And one of the bad things has been rappers getting into legal trouble over the years. So today, we're going to be checking out some rappers who spent time in jail. One of the biggest rappers who spent time in jail back in the day was Tupac, who many people believe is one of the best rappers ever. Tupac was convicted of 2 counts of sexual abuse in 1994 after an incident between him and another woman in a hotel room while he was in New York. And after this, Tupac ended up spending 8 months in prison during 1995, but he was eventually able to be released on a $1.4 billion bond during October later that year. Now, rapper Lil Wayne also had to spend some time behind bars in 2010. During the prime of his career, Wayne pleaded guilty to attempted criminal possession of a weapon, and he spent 8 months in jail from March 2010 to November 2010. Now, rapper Teegrizzley got into trouble with the law before his rap career even took off. In 2014, Grizzly was arrested for attempted robbery at a jewelry store in Lexington, Kentucky, and he got sentenced to 9 months for that. He also got sentenced to 18 months for robbing students' dorms at Michigan State earlier that year. He ended up spending 2 years in prison, and he was released on October 16th, 2016. But him being locked up kinda ended up leading him to his rap career, because once he got released, he dropped his song First Day Out, which was about him being in jail and being released. And this song ended up being his biggest song to date, and at this time has over 240 million views on YouTube. And after being locked up, Grizzly hasn't gotten into much trouble since, so that time in prison helped him focus on his life and figure out what he wanted to do once he got out. Now, many people know about Meek Mill's legal trouble over the past couple years, and it all began in 2007 when he was arrested on a drug and gun case, and as a result of his arrest, Meek Mill ended up being on parole for the next couple years, all the way until 2017, when Meek Mill allegedly violated the probation when he was involved in riding a dirt bike in New York and being involved in an incident in the St. Louis airport. As a result of these events, the judge ended up sentencing Meek Mill to 2 to 4 years in prison, but he was eventually released in August 2018, so he ended up only spending 5 months in jail. Now, everyone we talked about today were rappers who have spent time in jail during the past and are now free, but a rapper currently in jail is Young Thug, who has been locked up for 8 months on gang-related charges, and news broke out the other day that he could potentially be facing life in prison. So we will have to wait and see how that ends up, but we're obviously all praying for Young Thug to be freed. But after seeing some of the rappers who have spent some time in jail, comment what you thought about the video and some of these jail sentences.